I'm Cory Blastner, of course. This is Unfinished Movie Reviews, if you know what I mean. Now, the point of this show is for me to locate footage from movies that were so bad they never got finished and released, if you know what I mean. And for our first installment, I'm going to review Cancer Man, starring Professor Nonsense, if you know what I mean. Now, if you do not know who Professor Nonsense is, I'll tell you who he is. He is a very delusional professor who teaches stuff, particularly online. He has taught such subjects as how to upload videos on YouTube, and how to play with your food, and how to get a sandwich splinter, all with semi-disastrous results. For some reason, Professor Nonsense's living room looks a lot like my living room, if you know what I mean. Actually, I took some of his classes a few years back. I took his ninja art cooking class and his apostrophe carving class, mainly because I was intrigued, of course. I flunked both classes, if you know what I mean. But I have kept in touch with Professor Nonsense over the years through his MyFaceRiddler account. Hey, there's a cat who wants to review. Anyway, I've kept in touch, and he let me know that he attempted to make his own movie with funding from the University of Money. I hope I can get money from the University of Money, if you know what I mean. Anyway, it was called Cancer Man. It was his attempt to make himself be known as a dramatic actor. And of course he failed. But let's take a look at the footage. So anyway, in this movie, he plays a guy named Joey who's been diagnosed with cancer and calls everybody that he knows. "Hello, Brandon, it's me, Joey. I just found out that I have cancer." "Oh, you don't care, right?" "Oh, son, it's Professor it's Joey, and I just found out I have cancer." "Oh, you don't care." "Oh, what? Oh, this is Joey, and I have cancer, I just found out, and you don't care either, just like this." Yeah, nobody cares. And it goes on like this for 2 freaking hours. It's all in one take. We never see the people that he's talking to on the phone. It's always one-sided and unnecessary. But then he finally finds somebody who does care, if you know what I mean. "Hello, Karen. This is Joey. I just found out I have cancer. You care? You actually do care? That's great. That's great. We should go out tonight. Yeah. Thank you." Yeah. He gets so excited to go on a date, which we never see. And then, all of a sudden, he's been making up lies about him. "It's not true. She's lying. It's not true. It's not true at all. Oh, hi, Mark." That was the worst acting ever, of course. But then, we get his big scene where he dies of cancer. I'm dying. And that's where the film all leaves. Now, that might be a good ending. I mean, it's more than 2 hours, and it's a crappy movie. But Professor Nonsense had also sent me a draft of the script, which actually the part that was filmed actually matches with the script almost perfectly. The only main difference is that this Karen character, he didn't care they had cancer the first time, so instead of calling all those random people, he just kept calling her again and again, bugging her and begging her into caring until she finally does. Otherwise, it's spot on. But the script is like twice as long compared to what was filmed, and that's where the plot kicks in. So I'll tell you what happened after that. Apparently, after he died, he met the devil, and the devil had given him an offer, if you know what I mean. He was going to let him live for at least 13 more hours. And he told him about the epitome of evil, Diamond of Oz. Now, if this diamond is something he'd been after for a long time, he can make the most evil thing more evil. It was more evil than the devil. But even though the devil has always known where it's at, he refused to go because the folks are judgmental, if you know what I mean. And he told Professor Nonsense that if he can locate it within 13 hours, he'll let him live a full life, and without cancer. So he gets sent to across the street from a bar where it's located, and a Boy Scout helps him across the street, if you know what I mean. But as soon as they get across the street, an eagle attacks a Boy Scout. Because you could say this was an Eagle Scout. But anyway, he encounters a two-headed horse who's guarding the place, and they tell him that one of them always tells the truth and one of them always lies. And they fight over which one it is, and then they break into a rendition of Daydream Believer, if you know what I mean. And after they're done, Joey had gone past them, of course. And then Joey gets chased by a bunch of mad cows with mad cow disease. And as he's being chased, the cows all explode one at a time. And then he encounters 17 naked women. Yeah, like I said, this was promoted as a drama. And they were willing to show him how to get there, but they all spread up into a path, and he has to follow the path. Before he gets to naked woman number 17, he falls to the floor, and nobody helps him. He stays unconscious for a good deal of the movie. Then he wakes up, and he tries to find his way out of there. He also gets hungry for some pickled beets. And he also spends a few pages saying nothing but the S word occasionally. By the way, did I forget to tell you this was promoted as a drama? Anyway, he keeps being hungry and saying the S word, so he finds a bale of hay which he decides to eat. It turns out that hay had been blocking the door out. So he gets there, and he finds the epitome of evil Diamond of Oz, of course. And then, before he can get to it, an evil robotic version of Hitler drills his way from underground, of course. Remember, it's a drama. And this robot Hitler tells Joey that he was too late in obtaining the diamond, even though it was right there, he could just get it, so it handcuffs him and sends him back underground. And there's a big funeral scene where everybody is over-dramatically unhappy. They all refer to Joey as the greatest American hero. So I obviously was so great about him. And now none of them refer to each other by name, but they all have names in the script though. And these are the same names as all the people who Joey had called saying he had cancer to. And yet, in the draft of the script that I saw, those names don't even appear in the script. It's just one person that keeps calling. And we don't see anybody who he'd been associated with beforehand, and no one who we really care about. But everyone's really unhappy over this tragic death. But then, one of the naked women from earlier, identified in the script as naked woman number 7, just bursts in and gives more an inspirational speech about how they should move on. And then they bring her over a distance where the circle be unbroken. But halfway through, everyone except for naked woman number 7 fades from existence, apparently. By the way, it's a drama, of course. And then, he tries to leave, but the door's locked, lights go out, he turns around, sees a scary jaguar beast, and according to the script, it was supposed to end there. Wow, it's almost like the script was unfinished, and then they filmed an unfinished movie. And that's Cancer Man. Now, judging by the photos that was shot, I give it 1 out of 5 stars, and a great, big, fat... However, if you shorten down the unnecessary parts of what was filmed, like if you shorten the big phone call sequence to maybe 2 or 3 people before someone cares, and if they focus more on shooting the rest of the script, and if they cast a better actor than Professor Nonsense, and if they promoted this as a comedy, that would give it at least 3 out of 5 stars. It had potential, but what was filmed was stupid. Now, Professor Nonsense told me that he was running out of money, he was only had $50 left in the budget, so he just cashed it out then. Probably a wise choice, even though regardless of the good stuff. But, do you know what he did with that $50? He made another movie, which is also unfinished and unnecessary and sounds worse. And he also gave me all the footage filmed for that one, but not the script. And he said it was promoted as a science fiction restaurant, though I don't see any elements of either. And this movie was called Baby Johnny Stays In. Gaga, goo goo, gaga, goo goo, gaga, goo goo. Yeah, so for the most part, he acts like a baby. He doesn't even dress like a baby. I mean, does Further Nonsense wear that further suit everywhere he goes? And for 13 whole minutes, he says nothing but gaga goo goo. But then, right before the film ends, or at least what was filmed ends, he says one more thing, aside from gaga goo goo. Gaga goo goo. You know?